Just to give our viewers a little bit of background, Donna, you have a very inspirational story. You're a cancer survivor. A couple months ago, the Ventura County Reporter recently had you and your daughters on the cover. I just printed this off from the internet, but this is a beautiful picture of you and your daughters. Maybe you could tell us just a little bit about your situation. Again, you're battling cancer, and you're also having issues with the marriage, and then your daughters. Mm-hmm. What a lot to take on. Can you just tell us a little bit about that experience and how you got through it?
My initial cancer was in 2002, and my children were 2, 3, and 6. My husband was unfaithful, and so when I was diagnosed with stage 3 invasive breast cancer, my first thought was, who's going to take care of my babies? My mother had cancer. She died when I was young, and I never really knew her. So I was wondering, would that happen to me? Would that happen to my children? Well, I went before God, and he said that he's not going to take me a moment sooner than he's already planned. So that gave me a tremendous amount of peace.
Did it? That's wonderful.
So in 2009, when I was diagnosed again, I knew my husband and I had divorced by then, and I knew it was hard, but his grace amazed me, and I knew that it was going to be fine. And
here you are today.
Yes.
You're now an employee of United Parents. So when you're working with these families, with these parents, you can truly say, I've been in your shoes on many different levels. I mean, how does that help you in your day-to-day work?
Well, my job is first of all to listen. I learned from my parent partner to listen. My story doesn't come in till later, until it could be of help. Because when someone's in crisis, they don't want to hear someone else's story. You know, they want to talk, they want answers that are doable for them.
Right.
They don't need to hear, you know...
commiseration.
Exactly, exactly. That can...
There's a time and a place for that, and maybe it's not shared, maybe it is. It just depends on the family you're working with, I would imagine.
Yeah. Sometimes that can just feed into the negativity. So not all parts of my story are shared, you know, but I try to recognize what's lacking, and what I can offer, what resources I can offer, because what I would like is for them to start connecting with other, with their neighborhood, with their community. She suggested that I was taking antidepressants, and she suggested that I talk to my physician, and see about changing them because I was very, very depressed. She suggested modifying the IEP, and those were very, very good suggestions. Things that I never thought of because I thought at that point, I've tried everything.
You exhausted.
I felt that's what I would have told you. I've tried everything. Well, she pointed out to me that I didn't try everything, and there were some things that were very significant that may help me, and they did.
Yeah.
She kept reminding me to remember that my daughter was different, or what works for my other children doesn't work for her.
And we wish it was that easy, don't we, when we're raising children, but it's certainly not, especially with any child that has any special need of any kind.
Oh yeah, I have 3 daughters. They're all close in age. I want to treat them all the same. I want to lump them all together. But in fact, we have a double standard in our house because Rachel is different. You know, so doesn't mean that she gets away with more, and it just because, you know, really the other 2 wouldn't want to be her. They don't. They
understand that she has struggles.
Yeah.
Was Maria able to help you navigate, they call it, the system a little bit better?
Yes. In fact, giving me information about Social Security for my daughter, and because my daughter, her medication was costing quite a bit, and her outside therapy, and so Maria suggested that I look into that for her to help defray the cost of that. And she was knowledgeable about the IEP.
Yeah.
About what that I actually had a say in it. It wasn't just yes, it wasn't just the school telling me what they thought she needed. It was that I was able to go and say this. I could call a meeting at any time.
That brings us to the next question is: are you able now to speak up for yourself and your child, and you feel like you can advocate effectively? Tell us a little bit about those IEPs, and I understand that they can be intimidating.
Well, the verbiage can be intimidating, and then you've got, you know, each person there with their personal assessment, and they're looking at statistics, they're looking at results of these particular tests that were set in place at a particular time, and that's all that they can go on. But, you know, it's the parent that knows their child.
That's right.
And to say, well, I know what your tests are saying. However, this is what I would like to see. That
doesn't paint the whole picture, that test score, does it? Right.
So in order to, you know, have the confidence to stand up and say, no, this is what I want for my daughter. And I'm not going to sign this until it, you know, until you comply with what I feel is best.
That's right. So empowerment as a parent.
Yes.